glow up. This is amazing.
Yeah, I upgraded.
I'm gonna rename the page from Tracking the Lost's Folly as just Pirate Fleet.
Yeah.
And I'm going
once
to just
again,
make a new entry for the new ship.
Yeah, Rafferty asked if anyone's played the game Pirates, so...
I don't own it.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm renaming this ship into Cow's Pride.
Cow's
What?
Pride.
Cow's Pride.
There we
He's
go.
Cow.
My name is Cow. This is my bride.
And he's proud.
Cow's Pride. It's his favorite ship until we get a bigger one.
Until I upgrade again.
Now we have a cargo ship with light cannons, and we have this ship with broadside cannons. Now we're pirates.
Well, not yet. We need to find 97 more people.
Yeah, how much do we have?
23, not including ourselves.
23.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, damn, that is 23 now that we lost our other original NPC.
Right, and this is why you also recruit spare crew in case you need extras. Like they didn't have anyone. This also solidifies what I was thinking here, which is like, I mean, we could probably interrogate the crew using our gossip skills, which I think we settled on that only I have.
Well, they all bailed. Literally, it's just the three of us. We're only literally helming it, so we need to transfer some people.
You mean everyone bailed? No one turned?
No one turned.
Oh.
So literally we need to transfer.
Are my orders to come back for you, or are we just going to keep sailing?
I don't know what you guys did after you repaired.
Well, our orders were to run the blockade, and then I don't know if my orders were to come back to make sure you were okay or deliver the cargo.
Your orders were to run. Your orders were to run, so if you don't...
I'm not coming back. Then the sad part is I'm not coming back for you, and we are going to ditch you because our boat is fat. Our boat is fully crewed and faster.
It's fine. We know where you're going, so I guess we're just gonna run this ship ragged until we can get as close to where you're going as possible, and then try and anchor it. Or even run it aground.
Yeah, because I was thinking
we're sailing away, and I'm just like, damn, it's so terrible that Cow decided to take Ablo with him and get them both killed.
We don't know.
I can't believe Cow would kill Ablo like that in a suicide mission.
I mean, that's the problem. Don't be so pessimistic. We don't know if he died or not. We know they stopped shooting.
Well, I suppose he's captured and will be tortured to death. Well, eventually.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but also it's like, but they're also not pursuing us, and they could because they have a brigandine. So if he didn't win the day, they would be coming after us. We have the cargo.
But, madame, and I'll just put like a wing over your shoulder. But if there's just two of us left, and there's 7,648 dinar to split, it goes much further than before.
I'm gonna take my fingers on your wind and slowly pull it off of me.
Fine, be a sourpuss, I suppose.
It's not about the money. It's about camaraderie.
I thought it was about the money.
No, liberty, equality, camaraderie. All right, so let me look again where we are.
It's crazy that the perfect man is all about money.
Let me go ahead and spread out the map. And I'll sit there and look at the map going, I have no idea where we are.
We were right here, and I'll like point at it.
Yeah, I cannot read a map, or I can look at locations on the map. So
neither of us have navigation, but I at least have literacy.
Well, you're the navigator. So okay, so we're here, and where are we going, Stonefinger?
Richport.
We're going to Richport, which means that if they pursue us, like as in, you know, if they survive, there's no stops that we know of. I mean, there could be, but we don't have them on the map. There's no stops that we know of between here and Richport. We weren't planning on it. So
right.
We can't stop and make port and see if they catch up with us. I mean, we could find, I guess, a random island. I mean, okay, so we're damaged. Okay,
Yes.
which we can fix. You can fix damaged without making port. Destroyed, you have to make port. So,
right, and we do have a crew of militia who are at least capable of doing craft.
Right, so we don't have to stop. And unfortunately, given captain's orders, full sail to Richport. I can't think of any reason to stop to see if they catch up with us. I guess we'll have to wait, and that's going to take us. How many leagues is that?
140.
140. Well, with a shitty helmsman, that would take us about 7 days, and with a good helmsman, that would take us about 5. So I'm guessing, 5 to 7 days.
Yep.
And
Okay.
actually, and when I say shitty, we also have an easy boat. We didn't give up the easy rigging or the flat bottom, so we could do it in 5.
Handy that. Good. And then, so you guys were doing that, and I suppose the new Cow's Pride is following behind?
Yeah, the tricky part is if anybody the Cow's Pride is easy pickings is the problem. If anyone spots you and attacks you, you're screwed.
Yep.
But if no one spots you, you're in the clear.
Yep. And we're not following. I mean, we are following behind. We're not following visibly behind because they kept running, and we had this time gap between the two of us. So we're both heading to the same place,
right?
But we're not visible to one another. You're
right.
You're basically 2 days ahead of us.
Right. And there's a section in the book that says you make helms rolls to do this, and we're going to be rolling better than you.
Well, I'm a good helmsman
For sure.
That's why when I was on that ship, I was a helmsman instead of Gaston. So
right, but we're getting more dice because we have rigging.
Yeah, no, I understand that. We're
yeah,
pitifully undermanned, but
you're pitifully under. Also, we have enough crew that we can sail 24 hours a day because we can swap crew in and out, whereas you can pretty much only sail for 8 hours.
Arguably,
hours.
We can also sail 24 hours a day. Unfortunately, most of that time, if unmanned, we just go in whatever direction.
Yeah, you kind of don't want to do that.
Yeah. Wherever the Sargasso of this area would be is where we would wind up.
Well, because we have the other fortune. Who's your navigator?
What's the skill for navigation?
Academics.
Nobody. Well, does the Marine have academics? No. Okay. Nobody.
Right. So you've also got the problem that you might actually get lost.
Well, there's also, I guess with all of our skills and the small amount of stations we can man, if we keep switching out, we can keep trying to help one another understand each thing.
Right. So I'm suggesting you might have to make a navigation roll. Once we get to port and dump the cargo, we will come back for you.
Again, my presence here is that we're just slowly making our way towards where we think Richport might be.
So I'm looking forward to your navigation
Best of
roll
luck.
to find out what happens to you.
Can't wait till we have to fight off borders of our own. I don't know.
I mean, you also have the minor problem that the crew bailed on you, which means that eventually they'll hook up with the rest of Goldbeard and tell them what happened, and they might come looking for you because you're in an undermanned brigandine.
Right, but they don't know where we're heading either, so it's not like we shouted out. I didn't shout, I'm Captain Cow, and I'm heading to Richport.
Well, this is why we have die rolls. They might come looking for you. Who knows if they'll find you or not? If only, it's being a pirate, like for me. You are a pirate.
Yep.
Okay. I said that in a very definitive way. But yeah, so we know where people are going and where everyone's headed, right? Let's do the navigation roll for the Cow's Pride.
If we want to just assume that I'm taking the helm as long as possible every time I can, then I assume that would be between Abla and the Marine to try and figure out together, in the hopes that maybe Abla is smarter than they look, and the Marine can get some assistance in there for a D8.
Abla's got a mind of D6.
Still smarter than me.
Okay, sounds like you're up, Abla.
So what's the roll again for navigation?
Academics and mind and academics.
You want the Marine to try and help you?
Yeah. There's actually the basic book has like navigation and trade winds as basic abilities. They're already in the omnibus, neither of which you guys have. Navigator is a career in the book.
I mean,
Hey,
got a success.
you did get a success.
Abla can read the map.
Yeah, and you basically, despite perhaps drifting off course now and again, you guys are fairly sure that you are, you've got no prayer of a chance of catching up with the other ship, but you are on the right course to Richport, at least. Okay. I want to do something. We're gonna throw a monkey wrench in all this. So, and we'll see what happens. I have some ideas. Anyway, you're a bird,
Fully, we had to see.
Gaston. Gaston, I assume you have weather sense.
Yes, I do. As a bird.
Why don't you give me a mind and weather sense roll?
All right, just double check. My mind is a D6, so I'm rolling 2D6.
Okay.
I'm not the best bird ever, except today.
But today you are.
Just like that.
You are the first one to know that you are sailing into stormy waters. You don't have much of. You have maybe 5 hours of prep time, but between you and Richport, a storm is brewing. And you fear for the safety of your already battered ship.
Do you think, did we spot anywhere on the way here that we could make landfall?
This is the easy draft ship, right? There are a
Right,
couple.
we're easy draft. We could actually pull this up onto the shore if we have to.
Right,
Yep.
if we could find like a good sandbar at the very least, then we
Yeah.
don't have to do much of anything.
And we've been sailing for a while. If we spotted something, we have to turn around and go back to it. I'll do that because we haven't spotted anybody for the last 2 days, right? It's been totally clear seas, right?
We are all alone out here.
Yeah. So if we have to turn back, also, once again, I'm nervous about our friends. So did we spot anywhere between here which might be a safe port?
I'll say you can roll mind and observation.
I'm gonna you give me your hat again. Port of All right.
At least we have the spyglass.
Do we? I don't
We
have
picked up a spyglass, we gave it to Demetrios to use,
I'm
and then
sure
Demetrios
that's
got hit by
broken.
cannon.
He was damaged while in the crow's nest and then died before anyone could get to him. I'm sure that spyglass is broken.
But are the goods fine?
Yeah, I am sure that is totally that's totally broken as shit. And also, why am I on lookout duty?
It doesn't have to be you, but
Yeah, do you
someone who was
Stone?
whoever
I
was
do
on
not have
lookout duty.
I do have a little bit of observation, yes.
Get up there and go look.
Fine, I'll get
Actually,
up there.
I know why you're getting up there and go look because you're the one with weather sense. Now get the hell up there.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll
Try to ignore the crack on the edge of the nest and the big blood stain where Dimitri hit his head and died.
Yep.
According to that roll, it's all Gaston's looking at.
I see a lot of splinters up here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my
just
god!
nasty looking splinters.
Was that your roll 1 and 2? Was that your roll?
Yeah.
1 and 2.
That wasn't botch.
That's almost a botch. All ones would be a botch. That's as shitty as you can get without actually
botching.
Deliciousness.
So you guys have had pretty easygoing clear waters, but you have not spotted any sandbar or island that looked like a good enough place to make berth, unless you guys decide to go wildly off course.
Well, Gaston, you've got
search.
weather sense. Do you think we could sail around it?
I have 2 successes. Red, what do you think?
I would say that if you guys could, you might be able to outpace the storm with a particularly good helmsman roll.
All right,
Okay.
so we'd be looking for like 3.
You would
I
want a
think.
superior. What's the?
Yeah. Well, Let's try sailing around it. Once again, it's pretty clear sails, and if we have to delay, and turning around isn't really going to help. So let's try and sail around it.
I can and will do this, Captain.
I order you to do it. Take a bonus D8.
Alright, so start with that, and then we have our bonus D8, and then we have our sails and handling. That is still 3.
Okay.
So I'm glad to see you're still rolling like a champ.
This is impressive. The 3 is what you needed. Yep.
So this will add some time, but once, like I said, hey, look, clear sailing. There's no one here. There's no one here. We're fine.
Okay.
Good to see.
By the way, I don't know if any of you noticed on the debuffs table that there's an extra entry on there called Haunted. There's no rules for how it happens. I just made sure that was in the list.
You want a good haunted boat.
Because I'm sure at some point someone's going to want a haunted ship. So I made sure haunted is one of the debuffs.
Your boat has some association with
tragedy. I want to make ships haunted.
I'm just thinking of that Ghost Pirates episode from Adventure Brothers.
Yeah, haunted means the crew randomly becomes afraid.
Notes, abandoned ship. Only a fool would consider using this boat or anything from it, much less finding a way to remove the haunting.
I mean, there might be, but yeah, there we go.
That's really cute.
If that happens, I just, fortunately,
that's the happiest
ghost is not
too.
here,
Oh,
so that's good.
I do also like the little ghost icon. That's nice touch.
Ghost.
All right, so you guys change course slightly, but your sails fill, and you all hands around the clock manage to get this ship. As you're pulling into Richport, you can see the gray skies, and there's a bit of a chop to the water, but you think you'll be able to make berth without trouble, without difficulty.
Just in time. So it will be rainy weather. We can batten down for a little bit and make sure we talk to who we need to deliver this stuff to. Then once the weather lifts, we go ahead and have all hands move.
What kind of bird are you again?
An ibis.
Yeah. Okay, so you give a shit if we're at rainy weather.
Yep.
Okay, I don't. It's good for the sinuses.
Still, I think this calls for a celebration. Let's go ahead and get a drink.
All right.
Okay.
At attention, everyone. We are now at Liberty. Actually, we'll have to pick 3 guys to make sure they guard the boat. So you, and you stay here. Everyone else is at Liberty. Come back tomorrow to relieve these 3 guys.
Nice.
Well, Gaston, I suppose we have to go find the person to redeem this contract.
Exactly.
I believe we probably have a vague description of who that person is.
We got the letter. It should say who it is, and it honestly shouldn't be too hard to find out.
Right. The letter that says who it is. Open.
Indeed.
The letter. Hand it to Gaston.
Yes, read it.
Since I can't read. Is it in a script we can read? Did they remember to put it in? I mean,
it is in the Calabrese.
It's from Gango. It might not be in. It might not be in Roman letters. It might be in ideograms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it was. This is a Bisclavret colony, and the trader Z Lim.
So it's that weird thing where it's in Calabrese, but has a Zhongao chop stamp on it.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah. International capitalism. I hope it never destroys all of society.
Yeah.
That's for another 400 years.
Okay, we got 400 years. Right now, it's the golden age of piracy. All right. Well, we got to go find the Bisclavets. Apparently, they're a bunch of dogs that wear blue.
Blue dogs, indeed. Really, everybody in this port seems to be wearing brown. But you do eventually find there's a mayor, and he has.
We can go ask around. Gaston, you got gossip, right?
No, I do not. I don't like people.
Well, I suppose it's up to me then. Good thing I'm a people person.
Indeed.
Tasmanian smile.
I like that. This is great. Okay.
Are
you going to roll gossip? That's a cool trick.
That's why we remove them occasionally and put them in weapon. I didn't buy that yet, but I might. the ability to craft weapons of my own teeth.
Badass.
So we'll go looking for the people for this deal. We kind of don't want to like advertise that we have rare stuff. We don't want anybody stealing our shit while we're here. Did anyone come by to collect fees when we docked or anything?
Oh man, back to the fee question.
I mean, what kind of colony is this? Is this a pirate colony or is this a like?
No, this is a colony belonging to a wealthy baron.
Okay, so what colors do they fly?
They're Bisclavret.
All right, so this is a Bisclavret port. So they would have come by and collected Bisclavret taxes, which I guess we need to figure out. I mean, once again, Gaston, you're the one who has a head for figures, right?
I have absolutely no head for figures. I can just read them to you.
You have academics, right?
No, I don't.
What? Well, I suppose some guys come by and quote us any figures they want. We just kind of nod.
In theory.
We don't have negotiation. We don't have academics.
I have negotiation now.
Oh, you do have negotiation. Okay, so when the guys come by and tell us all the fees and stuff. Also, we're not carrying. We have a letter, so when they ask us, "Is this legitimate business?" we can show that, and we're not smuggling anything, right?
Correct.
I mean, we have cannons, but we have a patron from Gongao who can vouch for that.
We have food. We have the obsidian, which is from the place we just were, which is legit, and the stone from the same place.
And the port of Gongao is friendly to the Bisclavret, so we can fly the Gongao flag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have to fly a flag while we're here, because, once again, when we talk about flags of convenience, like, you show up port, what kind of ship are you? Oh, we're a pirate ship. A pirate ship? We're going to confiscate everything you have. Did I say pirate? I meant Gongao. See?
Completely different.
And that's another reason why I recommend the Pirates game, because it will literally ask you, so what flag are you flying today? It's like, this one. Okay, you can land here. Phew. So, okay, good. So whatever they charge us, I guess we just pay it, right?
We have more than enough money to do so.
All right, so we pay whatever fees they are, and then, we have a contract. Let's go deliver. And of course, I tell the three guys we leave behind, keep an eye out for, Captain Cow.
Yes, he might just try to steal the boat from three people who aren't aware.
Well, he might show up, we don't know. We don't know. I think Captain Cow survived.
I'm not optimistic.
How much you want to bet?
Well, I do have the 2,000 as my split, I believe. That's still over there in the vault. So I have quite a lot to bat around. So let's say 100 dinar that's in the vault.
No, I want I'll bet my fusil against your musket.
Fair enough.
That's what I would.
I like it. So, while I was briefly away there, I was looking up. We encountered this last session trying to figure out docking fees, and we're just not a group that's going to get away from this, so we're going to come to a decision here. I found a website that talks about the modern day docking fees within the Caribbean, and it looks like about $4. This is for yachts, I think, or something, but like $4 per boat foot for a week. So what I'm going to say is that...
Oh, I can try to convert that.
Right? We were doing I was trying to figure out some conversion.
Oh, no.
The method
I'll try something.
Okay.
But if you want to do Captain Cow very briefly and see what they're up to.
Yeah, let's talk about Captain Cow, because Captain Cow is going to also find himself.
Remember that we're 2 days behind, so are you saying that the storm is settled on the area and lasting over 2 days?
For the sake
we
of
sailed
argument,
around it, so we just took longer.
Yes.
We didn't actually back.
No, I'm saying we're 2 days behind where you guys were. So
right. You might actually run into it.
I'm saying the storm would have to last for 2 days and stay in position. and not
Given
flow
it's the
with-
ocean, the answer is yes. The storm will last more than 2 days and probably move on in the same direction it was going.
which would mean that there's the possibility that we wouldn't encounter it, depending on
There's
the
a
direction it was
possibility.
moving.
That's true.
I mean, Red
It's
is
moving right for you.
I say Red is God. He could just say, "Yeah, it's flowing directly at you." It's like, okay, none of us have weather sense. I'm pretty sure we would never know to avoid it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Indeed, and that is
night
indeed
in
what's
that-
going down.
It's getting night in that direction pretty quickly.
Yeah. Suddenly you're just like, oh, you're in for some chop.
Quick, Abla, tie me to the stick.
Okay.
All right, Captain.
Exactly. Tie me to the helm. I mean, apparently they did that. They like tied themselves so the helmsman wouldn't get thrown overboard.
We have no choice.
Okay.
After doing some hasty math calculations, that would come out to a docking fee of about 5 dinar a day.
Okay. Seems reasonable. So 5 dinar a day on
I mean, I
the
would
ship
start
of
at
your
5
size.
and go up from there. Well, I mean, do they take advantage of us? We're a bunch. All they have to do is talk to us for 5 minutes and discover that we are rubes.
Well, you're also here on a mission. Actually, wait. Okay, so there's a couple really important things here that I just overlooked. Number one, this ship, before it was the Lawson's Folly, was bound for this colony to deliver goods, which you all have taken and sold in Gangguo. So
And
technically,
falsified.
and falsified. So I don't know how easy it would be to identify that this ship was a captured Bisclevre vessel, but it probably bears the construction and design of a Bisclevre ship, although it's not flying Bisclevre colors.
I mean, it looks like it, and they could. Someone could accuse. Probably not immediately. Like, we would show up and say we have legit business. Here's a legit contract, and they would probably look at that, try to assess it's forgery. It's not. But they might also like look at it and say, "This is your ship." Oh, it's totally our ship, boss. We totally own it. Say, can you prove that? Yes.
I mean, you do have business here.
Yeah,
that's true.
There is the thing where I thought that ships would have had their names painted on them. You see that all the time.
Oh, we scrubbed that off. I mean, a while ago.
You gotta scrub that off, yeah.
But I mean, it's like the make and the model, and also they would ask, do you have like a deed of ownership of certification of where this was built? And since we never forged any of that, we don't.
Who is actually your sponsor, etc.
But
you could
also
be, yeah.
emphasize time. We might show up, we have a legit lading of business, we pay their fee, and they might like say, "Oh, okay," and then look at the boat and say, go check these, later go check these guys out. It's like, okay, let them do their business or whatever, and then seize the boat.
Exactly. Well, they can use whatever help they can get because this colony is floundering. Right?
Which also makes the flip side of when we land, where this is where my skill is actually useful because I'm a career criminal. And it might be that after we land and say, like, okay, here's the 5 docking fee. We might be here a while. We're going to go ahead and overpay, and there's no reason to write this down because, in other words, we might try to bribe them to say, we're only here for a couple days. Let's pay for 12 days, even though we're only going to be here for 3, and we'll pay in cash, not in credit. So you guys might just hold on to that money, and that might buy us a little extra time. That is something I'd like to negotiate.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Because that is something I have skill in negotiating, because I'm a career criminal.
Cool. I mean, what are you trying to gain from this role? You do have a success.
It's like when we land and they say, "Is that your ship?" I say, "Yeah, it's our ship. By the way, here's some extra money, so don't look into it." In other words, I'm trying to buy us some extra time. Like, these guys might say, that shit, you guys look awfully sus. Us? We say, smiling, as Gaston is... What do you even look like, Gaston?
Like a musketeer.
Perfection.
Yeah, I mean, you look at us and then you look up at the crew, we would all smile. We could not look any more sus. I mean, I'm just going to point that out. It's like, we are clearly a pirate crew. clearly in a boat we did not build. That if these guys are Biscovay, it's like, we used to know a boat like this. This totally isn't that boat. Anyway, here's a big bag of money. And so the goal here is to bribe the guy of like, well, seeing as you have a big bag of money, I could overlook this for a couple days. Because once again, like, this is crime, guys. You have to give them an out. If anyone comes by to give him any grief, your one job was to spot pirates at the dock here. Did you not see that was a stolen boat? It was like, no, we thought maybe, and we made a note about it, but their papers seemed legit. Their silver was completely legit.
Oh, you see, I did. I submitted that to your office. Didn't you receive the letter?
Right.
It's definitely in the mailbox, and nobody told you about it.
Yeah, in other words, like, this is the awkward scene in the movie where it's like, is this your boat? Yes. And we all smile. And it looks up at the crew, and I can imagine, like, all those guys all sitting there ragged with their eye patches, their crew, and they go, and, it's kind of like, huh. And that's what I say. And here's a big bag of money. It's like, welcome to Richport.
Okay, that's exactly how it goes down.
Right, so we'll pay him 50 instead of 5 and just move on. And it's like, we can't stay. And also, I'll make a note, we can't stay here that long. So if we're here, like, in and out a couple days, that will buy us. But, if we stay here too long, they might just impound us on GPs.
I think with one success, you've bought yourself some time. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but they're not going to immediately arrest you as you're getting off the ship, which is nice. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as it becomes legit, when the guy looks at us sideways, and I realize, like, we have nothing. Like, also, we're not good. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I am a good liar, but still. I mean, this is, you know me. One of the things I love about gaming is crime.
In the worst case scenario, we can buy anyone who comes by for a while.
Right, and also, yeah, and then bribing the guy is probably, I mean, I know the Biscovay are notorious for being all honorable and loyal and stuff. So, we'll bribe him. I was just thinking, okay, that buys us some time, and then we'll go conduct our business. Oh, and meanwhile, I just unleashed a bunch of idiot pirates. Where did we hire these guys? Gangao?
Yes.
Okay, so we hired a bunch of guys, most of whom don't even speak the local language, like are not even remotely Biscovay, and are letting them run loose in the town.
I'm sure this will draw no attention whatsoever.
And we're coming from Gangao, which means these guys probably don't know what money is worth. They probably have more money than they know what to do with, and are going to be a little surprised it goes as far as they think it does. And then they're going to get drunk and get rolled.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very true.
Well, that's their damage. Let's get the contract.
Yeah. So, okay. Make sure someone is deducting this bribe from your overall coffers.
I have.
Awesome, thank you. And I don't want to leave Abla and Cow to their fate without knowing what happens next. So, let's jump back to them and see how they can weather the storm.
Oh, wait,
you're gonna what?
Wait, do Marines have observation?
No.
Abla, take the lookout.
Next time we should hire a lookout.
We did.
I mean, you guys
they
did.
Got
you
killed by broadside.
And he died. Blown up. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, Abla, take the lookout. You make a lookout roll, then I'll make a helms roll, see if we can superior maneuver our way past the storm.
I like it. I like it.
I don't know if it's a typical storm or not. If it is, a standard maneuver should get us past the storm.
Yeah. We'll say they wanted to outrun the storm completely. That's a superior. If you get a standard, you'll make it through with some mild damage. And if you fail it, it might be some considerable damage, and we'll see.
All right, so it's mind, observation, any other traits?
Mind, observation, and if you have weather sense, you can throw that in.
5.
All right. Okay,
what
that's
pages is on? I scrolled past it like a couple times, I guess. Helm, rowing.
The trebuchet station.
Disembarking.
Captain station.
Yeah, where's the lookout?
It's around here somewhere. Captain Station, page 39.
No, the lookout, not captain.
Oh, the lookout.
I don't think I've seen a
Auspice?
lookout station chart.
Well, on the helms one, and the standard maneuver, it says if your lookout has taken the navigate thing, then you can upgrade the thing. So there's got to be one.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, that's just a mistake.
It might be. I like the idea that there is a lookout station, though.
There is a lookout station, I thought.
As I said, in the helm station, it says a standard maneuver. If your lookout has taken the navigate check, then you can upgrade standard to superior. So there's gotta be a thing to make the choice. Otherwise, that's a mistake in that text.
Why is that a mistake?
Because if there's no lookout station to choose
There's a lookout station.
Well, what page is it on?
It's on page 933.
933. Okay, what page is that in the actual book?
41.
41.
I love that you're one long continuous book thing, but that always makes it hard on me.
It works fine in my PDF. I'm using full Acrobat Reader.
Okay, I must have a older edition of the book open then, because I don't have that on 933.
You might have.
I see
no,
why.
For the record, I'm using the one that's dated September 8th.
I always just open the first one. I got to delete a bunch of these. Anyway, what is the navigate? Sorry, I feel like I'm shouting over a leaf blower.
Because you probably are. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'll just...
How many successes is navigate?
Oh, I also get my speed to this.
Somebody who has the actual thing open, can you answer me, please?
I have the August version, so I need someone with the September version. That would be Raph.
Raph, you're the only one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you asking?
How many successes is navigate?
3. Oh, sorry, 2.
Did you roll your speed yet, Abla?
But this is this is lookout. Yeah. So
nothing from that. Is there anything that'll give me a bonus from him?
For navigation, for
not for navigation. Anything that'll give Helm a bonus on its roll from the lookout position with 1 success.
Oh no! 1 success would just let you look at one boat and know everything about it.
What if the person who previously been at the station left their spyglass?
I mean, there's no specific bonus for gear or anything like that. It's like one success allows you to identify an enemy boat. 2 successes allows you to reveal and overcome standard hazards. But the lookout station is speed, mind, and observation.
Right, he already rolled. He only got 1 success.
Yeah, you only have 1 success. Burn a personality or lump it.
He already did his personality earlier to make it on the ship to board it.
Then you don't see it.
Right, that's why we were asking about navigate, because I was hoping to get 2 successes and upgrade to superior.
And also the lookout station just helps you deal with like visible hazards like fog, darkness, or
Once
storm.
again, I'm pointing out that the helm station, if I get a standard result and the lookout took navigate, allows me to upgrade a 2 success to a 3 success. That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. So you have the upgrade. Then
no, I can't upgrade. He only rolled 1 success, and you said
you gotta roll at least 2.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm just rolling helm.
Are biased to at least two successes.
So I have 2 successes on helm, which means I now just have standard maneuver, which means we can evade a typical hazard.
Okay.
Sorry, this is my fault for not having the right book open.
Yeah, and then that's the version. Yeah, that's the press version.
I think my problem is that I downloaded like several different copies, and then I just said I'm not downloading anymore, and now it's bitten me in the ass.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it up to date, but I didn't realize that there was a September version released.
Yeah, we put out updates, but not everybody gets the drive-through RPG updates.
But I
just have to go and re-download it.
I've rolled my speed, will, and sailing. I don't have vehicles, and obviously, since we don't have the crew, ship's motive and ship's maneuver off the table. So 2 successes get me standard maneuver to evade a typical hazard.
Okay. We're gonna yes, good. So I'm gonna give it to you. You guys managed to get through the storm. You hold it together. There's moments when you can hear creaking from the masts and you think that you might sustain more damage, but you stay calm and focused and you press on through. And through the haze and mist and the sheets of rain, you can see the docks ahead. This would have been, again, like 2 days.
Would we be able to avoid the docks?
You could try to dock on like the far side of this.
No, we're deep.
Island.
We're deep. We can't. We can't.
You guys have a deep
Gotcha.
draft. You can only dock at proper shores or dispatch, and you have a problem where people stole your dispatch and your lifeboats.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Can we avoid the dock so we don't be seen by the dock? What I'm proposing,
if you want to,
is to run ashore somewhere. I don't know how big Richport is, but yeah, because obviously we would also have to. I'm assuming Abla, while up there and Lookout, would take down the. I'm assuming Goldbeard's flag, whatever he runs on his ships.
Yeah.
So we're running without, identification. Plus, I don't know, we could dock with just the three of us. So I'm just going to run ashore, and then we'll send somebody to the dock to see if Lawson's Folly has made it here or not.
Yeah, now see, this is where I'm is anybody on your ship literate?
Probably not, no.
Nope. Okay. Right. So you're doing the right thing because you have no idea what you don't have any, if any of your papers or papers of legitimacy, you would have no idea. And I don't even know what flags you guys have to fly.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever Goldbeard flies on his fleet, or if this ship had its own individual pirate flag or whatever.
Right, and it might just have a black flag because, once again, B-lister, it's like he sent it there to blockade the fleet. He wouldn't give them flags so they would go pirating because they might go pirating. It's like, blockade, go do what I said.
Right. I just know that it's not a good idea to try and sail this thing into the dock. So I'm going on to our previous thing of sailing around Richport, try to avoid notice, and just beach it. Preferably at low tide, so that then high tide can carry us back out.
The only problem is if you beach it, there's only 3 of you. You're not going to be able to unbeach it.
Well, that's why I said that we'll send a runner to Richport along shore or through the island or whatever, in the hopes of finding out if Lawson's Folly has made it here or not.
Yeah, and this is so superior maneuver is your ship. You can dock in an inconvenient harbor. I feel like this would be the definition of doing that.
We did standard, not superior.
You did. I was assuming that was to get you through the storm without taking any damage.
Right.
But I think this trick is going to be like, you can definitely get your boat onto ground, but can you do it without damaging your boat?
Okay, so you want me to roll again?
Yes, I want one more roll for this docking maneuver.
Alright, and there's nothing anybody else can do to help because there's no other stations that are just one person. I don't know, does Apple have leadership?
Not yet. Something I'm planning on getting, but not yet.
Alright, if Apple wants to be a big old bossy hawk and try and claim to be captain for a second to give me a DA bonus. Alright, let's see, I need 3 successes. Another 2 successes.
Okay,
so another
you got 2
standard maneuver.
All right. All right. Well, your boat is run aground, but I think that was going to happen anyway. The process of literally running it aground makes it run aground. We're going to say it's holes. That in the process, it has sustained some holes on the side of its hull.
Well, thankfully, we're literally on ground, so...
Exactly. You're not going to drown, but it's going to need some patching before it's seaworthy again.
And we just need some additional people so that Obla can run the maintenance station, since it literally requires 10, which is a little over 3 times as many people we have total.
Yeah. As you can see that from where you have parked this thing, there is a pretty dense forest separating you from the colony, Richport.
Okay, is this the kind of place that the forest and rocky outcroppings separates the beach from another patch of the beach?
From another what?
Other parts of the beach. Is this not an island that has a beach going all the way around, or is this the kind of island that has rocky outcroppings and growths that separate beaches from beaches?
Yeah, there are outcroppings that separate the different beaches. This is definitely not the side of the island that there's no civilization here.
Alright, well, as much as this is going to take me out of it, I will suggest that I stay on the boat and that Abla takes the marine and heads towards Richport itself. And
Captain Cow's going to defend the whole boat all by himself.
Why not? But yeah, no, I'll stay here. You two go see if you can find out if Lawson's Folly has made its way to Richport or not.
Yeah, because I mean, that is legit, because some people may have seen you make landfall or say, hey, derelict, free stuff, and come right looking.
Don't want to come back and find that somebody stole all our canyon somehow.
Not to mention that, I mean, I think this is a starving colony, right?
Yup.
Yeah,
they'll be on the
great.
lookout for food.
So the odds of you running into a random patrol are low, because usually the starving colony is like not paying people to go on patrols.
And because we tried to avoid the docks and being seen by anybody, so... I mean, you want me to make a separate roll to see if we can get what level of camouflage I might have rolled?
Might not be bad. You don't want
helm check, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. It's a helm check.
We might not be the only pirates in this dock.
What I'm saying, a helm check for camouflage, because like standard camouflage is you use the island and island features to hide your boat.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
So I'll make another helm check. Of course, this is the one where I roll like Gaston.
Well, at least you didn't roll like red.
Thank you. You did get an 8, right? That's a success.
Yeah, but that's not any level of camouflage. I would have needed 2. So we're just as obvious as a ship beached on shore is. Can't be.
Yeah, well,
we used no elements of camouflage.
Yeah, so somebody might come looking pretty soon. Good news, we managed to beach the ship without hitting anything. And then you look and like there's just like all around you is nothing but sand. Like
I mean, the only argument I can make here is I use the one success as out and about to on my next turn add a 2d8 bonus and say that that's just an element of time to be discovered before I then roll an actual camouflage roll again.
Yeah, but how many successes did you get to get here without getting hurt?
2 each time.
Yeah, so let's just leave it the way it is. Actually, we need to come looking for you anyway, so being able to find you is going to help us.
Well, no, remember, we're sending Abla in the Marine to find you. I would hate this to turn into a sitcom where we both leave one another to go to the other's place. Wow, it's the boat, but nobody's here.
Well, I'm going to take my smart guy who can read.
Hello.
With me.
Smart is debatable.
Yes, to the mayor with our bill of lading to say, okay, you pay us money.
Indeed.
Have you considered giving up the patriarchy and surrendering your surrendering your monarchist imperialist ambitions? Translate that for me.
She's asking if you're willing to give up your cash for this. You have the delivery.
He says, well, we were expecting a delivery from Gongguo. He's kind of an old-looking wolf.
We were kind of expecting food.
We were hoping for another shipment of food, but, well, I suppose at least the construction can resume now, so we will take your shipment. But yeah, he fixes just a really scrutinizing eye on you. As you said, you guys look like pirates.
I mean, you see my character, right? You know.
Yes.
Brightly tied shirt, several pistols tucked into. Yeah, it's like Hey, they want food. They're importing food. That means we could sell them the food we've got at highly inflated prices.
This is very true. We do, in fact, have some food within our stores which we can sell.
We don't have a contract for that, so we're going to have to,
we're going to have to start negotiating.
Yes.
Do you have negotiation?
I do.
Okay, good. What was the?
We have it pinned right here. It is mind, will, gossip, and negotiation.
It has been 0 days since Rafferty's complained about Adobe. Adobe added this new thing of where they do like a flexible word search thing. It's like, oh, you're looking for import? You just looking for the word important. It's like, no! All right. Trying to sell our crap to him is going to be mind, will, gossip, and negotiation.
Yep. I don't have diplomacy, haggling, insider. I sold that back.
What? And I didn't sell that back.
In fact, you have insider right now, and I could give you a D12 if you were still technically the lead. But it's the question of, is my 3 dice better than whatever you have and the 2 dice I could give you?
Well, I'm the captain, I'm the captain, so you're assisting me.
There we go. Here's my assistance to you. This will be far better. Congratulations, you have a bonus D12, so you should have 2 D12 to deal with them.
No, you're actually better at this than I am, but I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm horrible.
Is this one of those times where, like, Cosmopolitan would come into play?
Yes.
Let's see what else. Okay, this is not crime.
This is true. It's not a crime. But you do have gossip. 1 success is still better than nothing at the very least.
1 success isn't and this is an import. We will get full market value for our food if we sell it.
Nice.
Perfect. So I believe if I was to go back to the trading chart,
I believe it's cheap food.
I believe that is 100 each.
100 per ton.
Per ton, yeah.
So how much so you want to sell 2 tons?
That could give us a little bit over the board. The question I have is, hey, since they're taking all of this stone, and assuming we're getting paid for that as well, do they want some of this obsidian?
Let's see. Well, it also matters how much loose cash they have. How big is this place?
100,000 people.
We'll say around we'll say like 200 people. It's village size.
200 people.
They don't have the cash for it.
Wow, they might not even be able to afford the food.
They can afford the 2 tons if they roll well.
Well, okay, so they're a village, so to roll their loose cash, roll a d12 and multiply it by 10.
Red, would you like to roll the d12?
I suppose I should.
90 dinar. They actually cannot buy 1 ton at full price.
They could buy they could buy almost a ton of food. What do they have anything? Do they export anything here? As a failed colony, I'm assuming they import everything and export nothing.
Basically, yeah, they're trying to use they're trying to set up a port, a flourishing harbor for their trade ships, but not there yet.
Seeing as how imperialism is failing the people of this place, and that we're friends of the people, I'm going to sell you 1 ton for only 90. That's only 90% of market value, because I'm that nice. Knock off a ton of food.
Very well.
and we'll take the 90.
Very well.
Because we're very generous. Tasmanian smile. That and also I'm thinking, plus also if we're obviously criminals, so I don't want to piss them off.
You are.
I guess also up to question is, hey, didn't we eat some food just to travel? What did we say that rate was?
Not a ton's worth. Okay. That's we're just gonna hand wave that unless you guys are at sea for like multiple weeks.
Real problems would be in a ton in 5 days.
Assuming you would probably hand wave that, but
yeah.
So we have
So we can worry about that for the man days worth of food. We can worry about that later.
So, real quick then, about the quarried stone, are we getting paid here at the delivery, or are we getting paid at the return?
So that's a good point. I mean, you guys were kind of paid in getting the writ to get those cannons.
It's a contract deal, right? So I'm guessing we're not getting paid. We deliver the stone, and they sign off on this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the money is dealt with through banks.
And the money is dealt through their banking. This relinquishes our obligation to gang out. Because we could have just blown off. But we did this for 2 reasons. Number 1, we said we would do it. And number 2, because we're playing Ironclaw, we don't get the 10 experience points unless we fucking do it.
We also have at least 1 port that we haven't pissed off.
Right.
Hell yeah.
It had only nothing but good interactions with the Zongies.
I mean, I know it's a meta reason to do it, that we get the experience points, but on the other hand, it's it is a reason. Now, when I say experience points, we're not getting 10 points. We're probably just getting Insider with Richport.
Otherwise known as...
It's not going to be valuable for very long.
Otherwise known as 5 experience.
But, yeah, that's still worth 5 experience points, because I don't think we did anything really amazing, but we'll find that out later. In fact, it's almost time for... Well, we got some few minutes before the briefing. So, yeah.
2 more minutes.
So, but also,
30.
I want to do legit dealing. I also don't want to piss off Gangao and the Bisclave.
Right. So they have nothing to sell here, so we're not buying anything.
Well, we might need to get more crew. So we should probably be at liberty and selling the food at cost, below market value. And the bribe of the guard should buy us a couple days. So let's give the boss, once again, we weren't pursued. So if they had just blown up the boss, or if the boss had failed, I think we would have been pursued. So since we weren't, we don't know. So we can just chill out for a couple days.
Then in that light, we do at least need 4 men for our ship. But if we come up with a list of more than that, and they, say, happen to sail in because they happen to be alive and I happen to lose my musket to you, then we'll have more people for their ship should they arrive.
I think we should be recruiting more people in general, because right now we've got skeleton crews. Let's get some more people. Plus, we have to replace Dimitri.
Yes, exactly. I've already gone ahead and deducted him from the sailors on the ship.
Yeah, I gotta update my records as well.
And we'll decide if we want to re-gear up or anything like that. I think we're happy with our loadout, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, losing all of our cargo, going from 120 to 30 sounds terrible. On the other hand, no one here is selling shit.
We are a highly agile, very light pirate vessel here, but specifically for hauling very expensive things.
To liberty! All right, so I gotta watch my idiot crew members to make sure they don't, take advantage of the mayor's daughter or son or anything.
Time to just declare martial law under us.
Under us.
I don't think we have enough people to seize the place. We've got, 10...
Sure.
We got, 5 militia and 10 sailors. We don't have enough to seize the place.
7 Marines, 5 militia, 9 sailors. And then you and I.
Oh, the place is only about 200 people.
You've got the colonists, who are, many of them are not actually sailors. They're pilgrims, right?
Yeah.
But then you do have a good number of actual, the crewmen who came here, and several traders who probably are stopped over here on their way elsewhere, so...
Let's think about it. Let's sit on it for a few days and see how well it goes.
Yeah. So... 2 days go by, and this is where Abla makes her way through the forest, the jungle. Abla, give me an initiative roll.
A native falls out of the forest into the town. Everyone goes, get him.
You have danger sense, Abla.
I do not.
Okay.
You are terribly unprepared for this.
All right.
At least I'm not reeling.
While once you're in the forested area, it lessens some of the rain pouring on your head, and yet under this canopy, the air is stifling. It's hot. It's moist. It's like trying to breathe cloth. The bugs are horrendous. You're just traveling with a hive of insects following you. And maybe all of these distracting factors are what keep you from noticing the rustle in the undergrowth as a screaming Bethrak launches itself at you from the cover of the foliage. Rah!
Yeah,
Bethrak is basically a raptor.
Thanks.
And it's going to...
Exotic Island Raptor.
Exotic Island Raptor.
I'm actually glad it's not one of the monsters in the book, because they'll fucking kill you.
Remember, he has the Marine with him, so...
Oh, yeah, okay, so you got your Marine as well. Okay, so, yes, 2 of these things are attacking. One is pouncing on you, one is pouncing on your Marine friend. So we'll start with you, Abla. It's going to be claws, 2d12 and a d8.
Yeah, because I got to dodge.
Rah! Oh, my goodness gracious me.
I feel like this is the end result of all those weeks of bragging or Chloe.
Yep.
Yeah, it was kind of going to get you eventually. Okay. These are claws. They are critical. It looks like I got 2 successes. So that's going to be 3 damage plus 1 damage for 4 damage. For 4 damage. All right. That is soaked down to 2 damage. And let's see how your Marine companion did. Do you want to roll for him? D6s?
2d6s?
Yeah, we'll just roll 2d6s, typical. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's just so dead.
You want to roll his
34.
initiative first? Let's see if he had focus.
Hey.
So he could have guarded?
Yeah, so give him a d8 on that.
The Marines aren't veterans?
Oh, are they? Sorry, give him a d12 on that.
I don't know, I'm asking.
I had it and then I changed it.
That's right, Arclight has his luck up today, it looks like.
And my luck has died. Soon I'll be shown.
So what, 5 damage?
Yeah.
They have resolve,
3,
they have
4
a body,
plus 1.
and assumedly they have armor, so it still might not be dead. For Arclight's triple ones. Well, dying.
Dying.
Oh dear.
The thing goes and slashes him onto the ground, and he is bleeding. Okay, your turn, Abla. 2 of these beasts.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spook it, or it's gonna try to eat your friend.
Right. Recover from reeling and a presence roll. So that's body, will, and presence.
Yeah, because you're hurt and afraid, right?
Yeah. If I'm afraid, then I can't scare.
Does it say you have to be a sound mind to try and scare?
I think you can actually try to scare other people if you're scared.
Okay.
But don't hold me to that.
I mean, it makes sense. You're screaming because you're scared. Scares other people.
So I think you can still try, but you only get like 1 try at this, because they do say that.
Okay, I'm rolling a d8 and a d6. They don't actually have presence.
Yeah. They're not apex predators.
Oh, sure.
What'd you get?
I got a 6 and a 7.
Just to clarify, you right, you had to recover from reeling. Never mind.
Okay, so it probably wants to get and I would suggest here, it probably wants Abla to flee. It would probably aim and attack him.
Yeah, probably.
Or move and attack
give another bite.
Move to him.
Well, it was already on him. One attacked Abla, the other attacked.
There's
2 of them. One is taking down the Marine.
Probably going to attack you.
Probably eating the Marine right now. So that one's...
Yeah, the other one I think is eating the Marine. So we'll get 1 attack at Abla to... I already rolled this before. 2d12 and a d8, and we're going to make that 3d12. Here we go.
Abla's dead.
Oh no!
That's
Did
a 2
Abla
point
get
hit.
eaten?
And what's your attack?
Well, it's 2 plus crit plus 1
Plus crit is
damage.
3 plus 1, so 4 total.
And he's hurt.
Yeah, so it's 5
so that's
total.
5 total.
So 5.
So if it's a 3, you're still alive.
Now injured. And reeling again.
Yeah, Abla, you might have to recover from reeling and bail.
Yes.
To leave your companion.
They're here to eat. If you leave, they'll eat your friend.
Is that what you're doing? Are you running?
Yes.
What's your motto, Abla?
Chip away.
I could see you leaving someone behind.
You're chipping away at the number of Marines in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, but hey, this is a dramatic moment in the story. It's like we're going through the woods. Monsters come out. They attack your friend. Oh, I couldn't save him. He's already dying anyway. He might already even be dead.
I am updating to 0 Marines for the Cow's Pride.
Just make a note on our haunted count here.
There you go.
Again, Griff, I think you're miscounting. Nobody is on the Cow's Pride except Cow.
Oh, he's just
I'm
tracking
keeping track of crew.
Yeah.
crew as they belong to ships. So
Again, the
that
2...
makes sense.
We brought 3 with us. 2 ran off with the pirates. The only one left just got killed. There are no
Exactly.
more
That's what he
Marines.
means.
That's why it's at 0 now.
Well, welcome to the world of piracy.
I think
That's
I
what
just
makes this
misunderstood
exciting.
what you were saying, because I kept thinking you were saying there's 2 Marines left on Cow's Pride, and there's not.
No, that's it.
There are 7
Oh,
Marines
God.
total left on Lawson's Folly, and that's it. I like to think that Cow is standing on the deck of Cow's Pride with like the spyglass. Oh, the spyglass. Huh? He didn't even really get off the beach.
Good. Okay. Well, Abla, you make a break for it,
Yep. Recovering and running.
bursting through the underbrush. After running for what feels like it must be 10 minutes, believing the entire time that these horrible beasts are right at your heels, you break through the edge of the forest where you can see it has been cleared, and maybe 50, 60 feet away, you can see the palisades that have been erected for Richport. They're crude log. It's a crude log wall. There is a gate that is currently closed. And perched atop the gate is one guard who is looking down at you with great interest and curiosity, but is not made to open the gate just yet. What do you do?
Yes. Implore entry. Tell me they've killed everyone else. Let me in. Of
Who
course,
are
she's
you?
speaking- Well, she's speaking Tradewind's pidgin, so if he knows it, then he can speak back.
Right? No, that's fair. Yeah. We're gonna say for the sake of argument that he does know. He's gonna shout, "Who are you? What you doing outside the wall?"
I've lost the shore. What island is this?
You found your way to Richport. And then you can hear the shrill, trilling cries of the Bethrock from the forest. And he says, "Oh, you better. I suppose we can discuss this inside." And he will turn the winch that will raise the gate just enough for you to slip underneath, and then come slamming back down. You're not looking too hot, but once inside, you are greeted by 2 of these soldiers. Again, they're dressed as Bisclevre guard would be. And they say, "Oh, you look like a right mess. We should get you to the infirmary, and then I'm sure the mayor will want to hear of your how it is you found yourself on the island, chased through by Bethrock through the forest."
Yeah, because he's like, so you wouldn't have to be an illegal pirate, would you? I mean, you have all the hallmarks of one. Abla, you've got lots of deceit, right?
What Abla has in her favor is that she looks like a native.
She is sporting native gear.
Well, but native and pirate are not opposites. And also,
True.
I hesitate to say this, but it's like, oh no, what Abla has in her favor is she looks like a native here in front of the imperial colonialists who are probably not biased against the indigenes in any way, shape, or form.
Yep. I will say for those of you...
Than, marked for death. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
speaking of marked for death, I will say that you did see in the center of town there is a stockade that has been erected, and there is one maned wolf maned wolf who has been in there for the entire duration of your stay. The maned wolf,
better than our unmanned wolf.
Exactly.
Inside me, there are 2 wolves, but only one of them is manned.
The one that is manned.
But what matters more is that we've been here at Liberty for a couple days, and also we have nothing better to do but gossip all the time. This is going to make gossip. Hey, did you hear they found someone who might be Abla?
Mm-hmm, yes.
I mean, the town's only 100 people. This is the news.
No, it's true. You'd probably arrive at the infirmary shortly after Abla does.
Yeah. Abla! Holy, you're a sight for sore eyes.
I can't believe it. You washed up ashore all the way over here.
Those are.
Wow, what a shame Captain Cal went to a suicide, but now we're together again.
Yeah, Gaston, those aren't washed ashore injuries.
Abla, tell me, it's very important. Is Cal dead? I have something writing on this.
He's still alive last I've seen him.
Damn it.
That's the most entirety of you all.
We're a family.
No.
I'm a markdown 1 musketeer.
No, here. I won the musket. Now, as a kindness, I give it back to you.
There we go.
Instead, it's no. It's my musket. You get to hold on to it.
But my pride demands that I must suffer.
No. Carry my musket for me. And by the way, not only carry my musket for me, but I also put you in charge of shooting people for me as well. Remember this for later.
Oh, your logic is dizzying, madame.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting for later when I say, shoot that guy. But it's my musket. All right, so I give it back to them. And then I guess we could wait for their doctor to show up, or did I remember first aid since I'm Rafferty? Let's see.
You should have it.
I can actually perform first aid on you.
That's good. Thank you.
Which I will do since you are a fellow.
Yes, the
one success. I can heal hurt but not injured. Here, allow me to give you pirate first aid. I've got it right here. Yes, the bottle of rum. Here you go. Or rum, as it were.
The doctor is also a wolf.
Yep.
She seems surprised that the two of you know each other. She's even more surprised at your wounds.
So, who accidentally died on your surgery table that got you sent to this godforsaken corner of the world?
He sniffs in a wounded fashion. Says, well, it's none of your business.
Have you considered turning your back on the Empire and joining us and joining the people's cause?
Wing on the madame. It's like what she means to say is our friend is injured and needs some aid.
She says, well, and I'm duty bound to provide aid to all in need. Your friend will be safe here so long as, well, at least until the mayor decides what to do with her. I must say that this armor of yours is quite fascinating stuff. Without it, you surely would have been disemboweled by those creatures. She does.
Yes.
Unique armor.
Yeah. Well, unique in the fact that seaweed is everywhere.
Yeah, unique in the fact that it's not made out of metal or leather. But
well, I know
it
it's
is
unique in the fact. So you guys wear this stuff?
So you wear this stuff. She's like, I can't imagine this would be much use in turning a proper blade, but it seems to have taken the brunt of the
dino claws, did it?
I mean, it kept him alive. Kept her alive. Sorry, kept her alive.
Well, seeing as our friend here is in your care and also custody, and is completely part of our crew. We just happened to get reunited with and was lost and completely legitimate and not from any sort of, illegal landings that tried to avoid, capture or discovery. We'll just leave our friend here, totally innocent, and we're going to go take care of our unrelated errands. And after we back out, it's like, holy crap, we got to go find the boss.
Now that we know that he's out there, I will simply take flight and perhaps not fall prey to whatever is out there in the forest.
You're not going alone, because you are going to fall prey to whatever is out there.
Well, they can't fly.
Plus, also, if the boss is out there, the boss also needs a crew to get the boat offshore. So yes, we'll go get them, but we need to let's get the posse together. We need to get the crew together.
Precisely my thinking. Let's go ahead and round up the people we've been talking to for the past couple of days and see if they're ready to go ahead and move out to this possible boat.
So we've got a situation here. The boss has the boat. The boss needs strong backs and sailors, but not necessarily craftsmen. And the island itself is dangerous. So I'm going to suggest that. Well, actually, we've got militia. I'm going to suggest that so sailors are good for uprooting it, but I'm going to suggest that we send Marines and militia because apparently there's monsters on the
island. That would make perfect sense.
Right, yeah. Did you guys want to...
What's our crew composition?
Yeah, you want to try to recruit some people? Because we'll do a roll for that.
What's our crew currently?
Currently, we have 9 sailors, 7 Marines, and 5 militias, and us.
We could keep the 9 sailors here and send the other 12 to go get the boat.
We could always take everyone around on the boat and drop them off at it.
If we leave the dock now, or on the one hand, I'm with you, we could just leave now and go rendezvous with them and get their boat loose and just leave. All of that is great, except we would have to leave with Abla. Abla is in custody. We have to break Abla out of custody.
Ah, true. And I shall pull my sword and fight my way out. And then you tell me, no, that's a terrible idea.
There's a couple ways. There's only like 200 people here. We could probably do that. We could probably just grab them by force and drag them out of here. I don't know if I want to do that because it pisses them off. We could sneak him off the island, or sneak her off the island, or we could bribe them to release them. Like, yeah, thank you for patching up our friend. They're totally innocent and unrelated move. Here's a bag of money.
I will say, of course, we have plenty of money to bribe people with, and we do need to hire people as well. If we've hired out a quarter of the town to basically man another ship anyway, what else is there for them to do?
You don't have gossip, do you?
No. You do.
You have negotiation.
I have 1 die of negotiation, yes.
Here's what I would suggest. You go to the mayor and negotiate the release of our friend, and I would offer another ton of food.
Can I just throw something out there while y'all are talking?
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, just out of thought, since I'm not going to weigh in on this stuff because I'm not there. Have y'all ever replaced the rowboats on Lawson's Folly yet?
How many days have we been here?
2.
3.
2 or 3. Considering I have a craftsman crew and there's a ship here with wood, I'm assuming by now we've probably replaced the lifeboats.
Yeah.
Because I know I said they were at liberty, but not everyone's at liberty. And also, we need to guard the boat. So as long as they're on the boat, it's like, guys, get some wood. Just while you're here, build some boats.
Right. So your plan here is I'll go talk to the mayor, see if I can get Abla's release, and you will round up the posse and see what
and I'll go try and use I speak pirate. So I'll try to bust
Funnily
up some more fruit.
I would also suggest you use a ton of food to bribe everybody with, because they're starving.
Well, I don't want to give up all of our food because food is good in case we need to eat it. So that's why I'm suggesting bribe them with either money or food. And since they want food, it's worth more than money.
Okay. So I suppose I should do my journey first. I will go to the mayor, talk about Abla and say, look, it's to everyone's benefit. We will give you this food. She's part of our crew. No further questions. Nothing bad is happening here.
Okay. Do you want
and
to
if
roll
I'm
for it?
handing over that, what kind of assist bonus would that be? A D8?
Sorry, you're not. Who's
I'm
making
handing
the
over
roll?
a ton of food for this. I am.
Yeah.
Time is a ton of food. Is
Okay,
that
yeah, I'll give you a
neutral,
D8
Brian,
bonus.
or is that worth a bonus D8?
Can I
Alright.
interject one more time real quick?
Sure.
Considering they're starving and food is an import, might that not increase it to a D12 bonus?
I would give a D8 because I'm mean.
I'm only specifically throwing it out there because food is an import.
Entirely the generosity of Red.
This is a fair point. I would give you the D12 because they are starving and they do really need food. And this is battling between his sense of
It's
justice
more
and
than an
propriety.
import right now.
Yeah, he would. It is the kind of like I'd rather sink this ship than watch her in the hands of a pirate. But yeah, his people are starving. So
I do have at least 2 successes on that. This is a very convincing argument.
Yeah, he'll say that he'll agree to these terms, but that he has heard of the bribes that have been going around town and the general lawless debauchery that your crew has brought to the settlement, and he wants you gone post haste. He says,
that I can agree, sir. We will cause you no further trouble.
Good. As soon as your friend is able to walk, you and her must take your leave of this place, and we'll
Good, 'cause he's already ambulatory, so that's perfect.
Okay, speak nothing of it.
Yeah, because he's not sick. If he was sick, he would be able to walk. So
fair enough.
And I'll try to go recruit. This is going to be a little difficult because it's a failing colony. So when you're a failing colony, you don't want someone to show up and say, "Hey, would you guys like to leave? Come with me."
Exactly. Who wants to leave?
Yeah.
Shoot your fellow countrymen for money.
Yep.
You will actually be telling people what they're getting into because otherwise they will mutiny later.
It's a town of about 200 people. I'm not going to get 50.
You're not going to get 50. And if you do get 50, many of them will not actually be sailors. They'll be like farmers. So
right. I mean, if I was getting like that would be like that's Roanoke levels of.
I mean, that would be the minimum to man every station. That's why I was throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go someplace bigger than this. I mean, I'm sorry, that would be Croatoan levels of. Did you guys hear they solved the mystery of Croatoan?
I thought that was a long time ago, didn't it? That they just went to live with the Indians that were nearby.
they just left.
And then the people of Escape were like, no one would ever live with them. They must have just disappeared.
Wait, no, that's Roanoke that I'm thinking of. Is that what you're talking about too?
Yeah, I think the mysterious word Croatoan, they know what that meant. Yeah, Roanoke.
Oh yeah, that was carved on a tree. Now I remember.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about it. It's like, well, obviously they would have chosen to starve rather than go native, and it's like, you asshole. But yeah, it's like a mystery. Maybe they were abducted. No, they just left because the colony was bullshit. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like pull a Croatoan, where it's like, hey guys, just want to get on a ship and sail out of here? Sure, whatever. I have 1 success, so I'm guessing that out of a town of about 200 people, I might recruit as much as 10, and probably less.
I mean, it'd be enough to rigging.
10 is good.
Okay,
and these would be 10 what? 10 farmers?
I'm guessing they would either be militia or sailors.
Yeah, we'll say sailors,
and probably sailors because this isn't. Well, this colony's pretty pathetic, isn't it? It's just for a bunch of pirates to sweep in here and like pillage the town, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, of the people who want to flee, the people who are probably most prone to leaving are the sailors because they're at home on the oceans. The farmers would be like, do I want to trade my current life, though it sucks, for a life where I'm going to be seasick all the time?
Right.
So we get about 10 people who are legitimate sailors who, like, I didn't sign up for this. Also, it's like we just delivered the stones. Like, you only just now delivered the stone that we're going to build the walls out of. Did you deliver our cannons? About that, guys. We just brought food.
Food and some rocks. So
I mean, it still works out.
Starve and you'll have a very nice fort.
Still works out though.
Those cannons stay on our boat. Those are ours.
10 people. Abla can form into a maintenance crew to fix the holes, and then when we finally get pushed back out into the water, when high tide comes around, we can then put those people on rigging, and we can actually sail.
Right. So did we successfully negotiate the release?
Indeed, we have. We should leave as soon as we can.
Then as soon as once we get these 10 guys to leave town with us, we need to leave because like if they find out we came here to poach their people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we all like in the cover of the night. It's like we put Abla, 10 guys, say goodbye to this place. We're not coming back. And then I guess we'll set sail and sail around to go rendezvous with Captain.
As you're leaving the town in the dead of night, you hear a whisper from the stocks. The maned wolf is trying to get your attention. Take me to. I am an established sailor. I can be of benefit to your crew. Don't leave me here.
Gaston, give me your monopod.
Here you are.
I use it to break open the stocks, and whoever this guy is, they're coming with us.
All right, I love
Liberty!
Okay. Liberty! Cool.
I have no idea what horrible crimes they committed.
This individual...
But they'll commit them for us now.
Okay,
well,
so this individual will...
There's levels, there's degrees of horribleness, and it wasn't too horrible, because he's only being stockaded.
He's only being... Captain, that's why you're the captain, Cal. How awful can it be? He's just in the stockades.
Right, I mean,
you can ask him for his crimes, but...
I didn't even ask. Take him right out.
Yeah, I don't care.
If the Imperialists put him in there, I'm sure freeing him pisses off the Imperialists. That's good enough for me. Did I mention I'm horrible?
Lovely. Okay, all right. So you guys take your leave of the island with a bit of a crew. You guys, I assume, rather than going through the forest, you would go back to your ship and then circle around until you found the.
Given that Abla is almost
Pride.
dead, yes.
Yeah, it's like we're look, he can't be at this spot because that would be too obvious. Oh my God, he did make landfall here. He is right there. He's right there.
He's right. I mean, Abla will tell you her sad tale, her frightening. The frightening landing that they made in the midst of a storm and then being nearly ripped to pieces and hearing the dying screams of her marine friend.
I'm sure it looked a lot scarier in this. We did sail around that storm, so yeah. But yeah, we better get him out of there because he's right there and anybody could see him.
And that's going to require some maintenance.
We'll wave to Cal, we're so pleased you're whole. I mean, they didn't even chop off a hand or blow out an eye or anything.
Yeah.
You really did manage to get through that torture very easily, Captain Cal. I'm surprised.
Yeah, and they gave me a boat for it too.
Wait, what?
They were so impressed that you went through the torture without injury that they gave you a boat. Captain Cal, something about this story doesn't make sense.
You took this boat all by yourself.
Oh no, I had 2 people helping me.
That's true. Sadly, one of them fell to dinosaurs.
Unforeseen consequence of making landfall on an unknown island.
Yeah,
this really is the land of the lost.
Be really surprised once those monsters figure out they're up there. Well, it's good to see you again, Captain. We have sad news. Dimitri did not make it.
Ah, that's a shame. I was actually very connected to those 2. I'm still sad that old man walked away from this endeavor that we all.
Well, he had the right idea. Anyway, we thought we think Dimitri would want you to have this. It's a fragment of his skull that we dug out of the crow's nest.
That is so dark. He would have wanted you to have this piece of his head.
I'll slip it into a piece of my vine armor.
Well, we have to keep away from Abla. Apparently, just build a weapon out of it. Really
right.
I mean, we still have to consider that as soon as we get this ship back into the water, we should probably go through it and see what's actually on here.
This ship has broadside cannon.
Yeah, no, I mean specifically like what was in the captain's quarters, any literate pieces of paper and orders of what Goldbeard might be up to other than, blockading, or if he's blockading for
there
a
might
reason.
Be letters, correspondence. So much here.
None of us None of us could read.
Next time.
Yeah, none of us could read, and we were too busy weathering a storm to be bothered by it.
True.
I'm glad you weren't killed by dinosaurs. We'll get this back on the sail and let all of you know, hail your new captain. Hey, you random colonist people. This is your new captain, Captain Cow. He took this whole ship with just him and my sister here, Dragon Abla up here.
Yeah, somebody get some woodworking tools and get rid of that huge blood stain that's been baked into the deck by days of being exposed to sun.
Yeah, it's all like a big brown stain.
A permanent reminder of what not to do.
No, you get one of those wood shaving tools and you just divot the deck a little bit.
So let all who see us fly our flag know and fear the name that is Captain Cow. Terror of
the Western Isles. Terror of the Western Isles.
Terror of this triangle here. Terror of the Richport Triangle.
No, the Western Isles. Well, say the Western Isles is where we're in right now, according to the map. So
you're claiming all of the Western Isles?
Sure, why not? Look,
a bold claim from Captain Cow.
The survivors that abandoned ship are gonna be telling stories of me, like they did for Blackbeard.
Yes.
His beard burned with fire. His eyes are lit to terror as buried souls.
All hail Captain Cow, and that's probably where we should end for today.
Yeah, do you actually have an eye patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually out an eye, okay. But yes, and once again, I was Madame de Fresneau, Liberty, Equality, Camaraderie.
I was playing Gaston, Perfection Incarnate.
I was playing Abla, Chip Away.
And now Admiral Cow.
Flotilla.
There's no definition of the size of how many ships you need.
I suppose a flotilla is technically 2 ships.
And who
leads? It's at least 3 objects.
And who leads a flotilla? The Admiral does. And if I die trying, then at least I tried.
You can claim that they are both warships. You do control 2 warships.
Yep, Admiral of this here flotilla.
For completing the goal, trade Zelim's quarried stone at Richport. I offer you an insider with Zelim, the Gongguo trader.
Insider, Zelim. I should probably not have deleted that immediately. Can we respell that real quick?
Z-I space L-I-M.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's part of the text of the goal, so I just immediately typed that into Soldback.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking here, wow, if I'm going to be a first mate, there's a lot of shit I need to buy.
I have like 4 different areas of stuff I need to buy.
I
need to have my academics, I need to get the negotiation, I need to get the magic, and I need to get stabbing people.
I currently have 6.
And maybe also sailing, so 5.
I currently have 6 XP. I'm going to mark that down to 2 and buy a mark of brawling. So that my brawling is now marked at D12.
Ooh, there you go.
You know, if I buy True Leader, I can then start buying Pirate Captain.
Yo, there you go.
And Merchant Captain requires haggling, literacy, and wealth, which we're a while from qualifying for. And those are the 3 captains. Yeah. There's Admiralty Captain, which is the noble, Pirate Captain, which is streetwise, and Merchant, which is wealth and haggling.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe zooming over towards Merchant Captain eventually if I have the capacity to, because if I'm going to be the negotiator, it would fit, right?
What kind of wizard are you?
A warlock.
Oh, okay. Because there's specifically a sailor wizard in the book.
Yeah. It could be possible I could ask to change that up, because I wasn't looking at it too hard. I was just picking and going.
Well, it replaces a lot of things that you would want, because it gets rid of melee combat and replaces it with swimming vehicles and weather sense.
Yeah, and the primary thing that I'm here for right at this very second is because I wanted to have ranged weapons, I want to have melee weapons.
Well, the hilarious part is you already qualify for it. If you have elemental apprentice, trappings, and literacy, you can just buy a D4 and gunmancer.
Yep, I can go ahead and get a third career immediately.
The irony, since the original Gaston died to melee combat.
Yeah. So there's lots of stuff I can get. I am full of options.
Yeah,
and I need more experience.
I'm starting to think it might be in my best interests to level up in Pirate Captain. We'll see. But yeah, so I hope people who are watching this had fun. I certainly had fun because I hate fun. So this is
I had plenty of fun today.
These kinds of shenanigans of dealing with corrupt officials and the weird things that happen when you deal with stuff like that interests me. That's the kind of stuff I love. This kind of shenanigans of sailing in port. Yeah, so that's I like that. And and also as much as it hurts me to say, I liked Abla's. I like the fact we had near brushes with death. I almost sank, and Abla almost got killed.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that you recognize that you almost sank. Gaston almost had to fly somewhere.
Well, I mean, I felt bad because the ship was my command. So if it sank under my command, I would feel bad.
Right. We have some splaining to do.
But through, once again, welcome back to Ironclaw, the personality die. Quick, throw everything we have at this to not die!
The thing that I'm finding amusing, at least with the way this character is turning out right now, is that he's the perfect second mate for anybody else. He's not a great captain at all, but he works great with anyone else.
No, but if you at least buy one Mystic, the Auspice Station basically makes you a second captain.
The thing is, though, you have to replace another station with it, or otherwise, what is that one that?
We have to replace one of the appointments, yeah.
Or take that one that gives you the boat a deeper thing.
Well,
shallow.
That's why I'm looking at what is it? Cow's Pride.
I don't think we're going to be replacing anything on Cow's Pride because
Right, I think it has 5 appointments out of the 4 possible.
No, it has 5 appointments, and it's using all 5.
Oh, okay,
yeah, all ships use all the appointments. We could lower it from broadside to middling.
No, I like broadside. The only I'll tell you. In fact, I was thinking of taking away your light cannons to make you the cargo ship and me the escort ship, and I'm like, no, just keep it as it is. Everything is good.
No,
everything's fine.
I think we need light cannons, but we could get rid of the easy rigging in Auspice Station.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that
could be a definitely good choice. As soon as I get one more gift, I could probably just immediately pop it if we really wanted it.
If you can become a skilled helmsman, we don't necessarily need that bonus maneuvering die, and the Auspice Station allows you to boost anything, not just moving. So that might actually be worth it. But we can see.
Yeah, we got plenty of time to think.
We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. I'm sure we won't get sunk anytime soon.
Nothing will cause us to lose 2 boats.
Well, I mean, we probably want to do a little bit of rearranging of crew as well.
Right, you need more.
Well, specifically, I would think we should probably move whoever you're using for the light cannons over to this one so we can get those broadsides up and running.
Yep.
You need 30 people for that. That's more people than we have.
Yeah, but
we need more people.
We literally cannot man your cannons.
That's another reason to drop to lower cannons because we don't have enough people.
Yeah, we gotta hit another port with more people.
So,
yep.
But I hope Red is having fun.
I'm having fun. I think it's cool to see. It's cool that the mechanics are doing a brunt of the work. Honestly, in this case, in other games, I tend to feel like I have much more of a handle on the rudder of the story, and in this case, I'm just kind of being like, you know what? Let's just see what happens, what the mechanics dictate, and if there's ever a pause in the action, I'll throw a raptor at somebody. And it's good. I do not want this one to go on for as long as our last campaign did, so I think I'm going to introduce some sort of campaign goal coming up,
that
and maybe get another 6 or 10 sessions.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem with the tramp, the tramp freighter campaign as I'm describing. It's like, okay, well, we need to stop at places, get repairs, and sell cargo. So whatever it is that's our long-term goal, you'll have to set it up so it's something that has, like a sandbox that has some flexible time for us to get there.
It won't be time-based. It'll be objective-based.
It also needs to have some sort of urgency to it because you actually want the campaign to end and you don't want us to fuck around forever.
Right.
Like Sid Meier's Pirates, the way they do that is time passes and you eventually grow so old that you have to retire. There's some things to work around that. I mean, that's why I keep saying, like, people say they want tramp freighter, but then you actually start doing it and the players get bored with all of the inventory and the game host gets frustrated because they can't do a long story. And you've got the problem that we will never get bored.
I know. You'll never get bored trading
our crew because we are like that. So I feel bad for Red because we are like the worst.
No, that's okay. But I would. So we'll keep it going. I am having fun with it. But like I said, I don't want it to go on indefinitely. And I wouldn't mind trying to play. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff. I haven't actually played in an Ironclaw game in quite some time, so maybe we can do something with that.
Sure.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, that's my input. So if that's all from everybody, we can get going. Thank you guys for playing, and we'll play again next week.
Yep. Just a quick shout out. The Book of Corals are at the presses, but they haven't rolled off yet. I've double checked. Delays on everything, everybody. I'm really sorry.
Okay, we do have the final PDF. That's fun.
See you later, everybody.
See ya.